Look at quotes from Mickey van der Ven. He's just done an interview with some interesting stuff in there. So let's get into them. He was talking about what the aims are this season for the football club and for himself. And he says Spurs is a team that needs to be playing in Europe every year. So obviously the European spots are something that we're going to aim for. The most important thing is that we play our football and that we are a difficult team to play against. Personally, I just want to stay fit all season, play a lot of games and be important for the team. Let's see where it will end. So, I mean, that's got to be the aim this season. Just get back into European football first and foremost, hopefully the Champions League.
Yeah, European football for me, and obviously for Spurs itself, it is vital. I like I said to you, and I'm not going to change no matter who we sign, just get back into the top 8 and try and win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. But if the FA Cup gets you into Europe, we are starting from ground zero, literally for the last 2 years, and things have to improve. Other teams will start to strengthen as the market goes, as the window comes to an end, and the gap we're closing right now, they'll start signing and push them a little bit further out. So it's going to be a very, very competitive season. Yes, it's only one game a week. But it's just good to hear Mickey talking in this positive mood.
I would say, like, if we were in Europe this season, like say we were in the Europa League, I'd probably say, yeah, maybe I'd have a bit of more of a lower expectation for the league. But now we do have only one game a week. We're spending all this money, bringing in top quality players. Surely it's got to be a top 5 finish this season for Spurs. This has got to be what we aim for.
Well, again, like I said, we'll see at the end of the window. I understand the aim. We'll see what other teams do around us. But I understand this one game a week and the squad we're building. But like I said, I rather than gunning for the top 5, I don't see why Spurs don't say, right, you know what, well, let's get a couple of cups back home.
Well, it's been ages. Top 5 and a trophy. That's got to be the aim this season.
Top 5 and a trophy. I think everyone will bite your hand off.
Yeah.
But I would love, I keep saying it and I'll carry on saying it until we bloody bring it back home, until we win that FA Cup. That cup needs to be back in N17 with the blue and white tassels on it. And why not this year, with this assembled squad, with this deep squad, take this cup bloody seriously and try and end a 36-year drought?
Well, here's a question from someone in the live chat, Rabbit Man, saying, quick question. If the transfer window's shut today, where do you think we'll finish? I think we'd finish I think it was probably outside the European spots, like 8th or 9th, maybe 10th, something like that. The attack's just not good enough.
If it ended like it is right now, then top 10 finish. And I would say outside of Europe, so I'll beat you 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And that's just basically because of our front line.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not good enough. The rest of the team, the defence, the midfield, they're easily, I think, a top 5 level kind of defensive midfield. Then you're looking at the attack, it's like a bottom half attack, basically. That's what we're looking at.
I think it'll be a lower bottom half attack, in all honesty. And again, 2/17 speak for both goals scored, goals against, and whatever. It is not good enough. I mean, like we said before, we can go back in our history of however old people are in the chat supporting Spurs and always say there's been a winger or a striker that will bang you 20 goals or get 20 goal contributions or whatever. I can't see it anywhere on our front line currently. Nowhere.
I think you're looking at this season, though, as an opportunity because like these teams like Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, these teams are not used to playing European football. They're all in Europe next season. So I think you're going to see a bit of a drop-off from them in the Premier League. You've got Manchester United, obviously, who finished 3rd last season. They're going to be playing Champions League football. I think you might see a little bit of a drop-off from them as well. And then you've got a lot of teams, Man City, Chelsea, all going into a kind of unknown era, aren't they? Because they got new managers. Arsenal are settled, obviously. So I think there is an opportunity next season.
There always is going to be an opportunity. But like we said, and I think what we've done is obviously, I think it's going to be a big season for Kinski. Obviously, he's got a lot better defence ahead of him now than what Ange had, what Frank had, what The midfield looks as strong as it's been for a long, long time with Tonali and Fernandes. And now, like I said, we are just missing the missing pieces to the jigsaw. And if we can fill them, then then sky's the limit.
Yeah. So he's also been speaking about Roberto De Zerbi as well, Mickey, and he says the last couple of weeks of last season, you saw he brought a lot of passion into our game, a lot of mentality-wise, passion-wise on the pitch. It is something that we needed because everybody was a little down, he explained. We started to play with a lot of on the ball because he loves us to be on the ball. He loves to play the football he wants to play, and that's something I really enjoy. I like being on the ball instead of running behind the ball the whole time. He brings a lot of good energy, and from pre-season we have really got the time now to bring his football into the team. That's really enjoyable. So, I mean, I think maybe a few back shots there to the previous football that we were playing under Thomas Frank. But it's great to hear Mickey just enjoying himself again, because you saw last season his head was elsewhere. He did not want to be there. He hated the football. He hated the results. He hated everything to do what Tottenham was. And he was definitely looking for moves away. But him saying how much he's enjoying it, and you could see the glint in his eye as well when he speaks about Roberto De Zerbi. It's just great to see.
Well, you hear about what he said to Van Hecker as well. He obviously was very instrumental and obviously big in the club up internally. Obviously, he knew De Zerbi from Brighton. I think, like I said, I think Van der Ven started off incredibly under Frank. I really did. And obviously, he kept injury-free. He was scoring goals, most importantly. And his defending, we didn't rely on his pace so much because obviously we were a little bit deeper. But the football was tragic. You could see he wasn't enjoying it, like most players, most fans, most everything. And he did start to kick off a fuss, and you can see that his head's gone. And now there's talk of obviously new contract, which I've got no doubt will be. There's like absolutely no doubt whatsoever he's signing a contract.
Well, you say it. Can I just pause you there for a second? You say that about the contract, that no doubt he's going to sign it. But SZY actually said yesterday that that's gone all quiet right now.
Because hopefully they're putting all their eggs in the basket of getting striker and left winger in. It's like, Mickey, you can keep. You're not going anywhere. We need to sort this out first. Like I said, no one's seen no news. I think you can see his, like you said, his glint in his eyes. Like, he came to this football club and fell in love with it. Yeah. He has a massive connection with the fans, and he's enjoying his football again. And he's got his Dutch centre-back partner, or his Dutch national team partner there, which could be like the Belgian barrier. So I think there's absolutely no chance of Van der Ven leaving, thank God.
Yeah. He also said that it's going to be different compared to the former manager we had last season. It's going to be more with the ball, more playing football. I think it's going to be more enjoyable for people to watch playing offensive football. So didn't even name the manager. He just said that former manager, that guy that was here last season, it's going to be better than what we saw last season. I mean, Mickey must hate Thomas Frank. He must hate him.
Mate, mate, put it this way, I hate Thomas Frank now, and I bloody fell in love with him and was obsessed with him. So I can't stand the sight of him now. So God knows how Mickey's feeling. Like I said, the style of football, let's face it, it couldn't have got worse.
Yeah,
I think any of us could have managed Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and we could play a better brand of football than what we were having to witness every single week. And this is the kind of football he loves to play, isn't it? It's the Tottenham way, as we know it, or as we were taught it as we were growing up. And I think Mickey is integral to this.
Yeah, most
I think he's
is.
absolutely what he brings to this football club. Like I said, what I loved about last season under Frank is his timing, his sliding tackles and timing of his tackles and defending without using his pace.
Yeah.
Really impressed me.
I actually think he did improve as a defender in that first half of the season until he kind of like lost his way.
100%, mate. I think when we're looking at when we were talking about has Frank improved anyone, I think he had improved Mickey van der Ven as a player. And it basically, like we were just saying, his positioning is whatever, but then obviously head gone and whatever.
So basically, he got him to improve as a defender initially, and then just got him to lose complete interest with the whole football club.
Exactly, got him better as a footballer, but mentally head gone. Yeah. They said that's how we do things at Spurs. But yeah, look, I think Mickey will sign that, like I said, and I'm hoping what I said, why it's deals are more important to get the players in and other players out.
Yeah.
before we sort your contract out. I'm sure there's been discussions of a wage rise and blah, blah, blah. So hopefully it's just cross the T's and dot the I's when Spurs are ready.
Yeah, there could be a sense to say that maybe Mickey doesn't trust the club fully just as of yet. And he's waiting for more things to happen, waiting to see if we have an actual, normal season instead of everything just going out the window after a few months.
How many years has he got left on his contract anyway?
I think it's 2 or 3. 3,
let's
I think it is. 3, I think
let's hope it's 3.
Yeah. He's speaking about last season. He says it's something that we're going to have to work really hard on making differences because last season was unacceptable from our side. It's better when you go in with a fresh mind into a new season. Last season was stressful, so to leave everything of that behind and go into the new season fresh means a lot. It was no secret that last year was unacceptable. The year before was unacceptable as well in the Premier League. So it's time for these players and everyone involved to put it right.
Yep. And I think as well, what we've got to remember with Mickey as well, coming back into this season, he's just been at a World Cup. He's played a lot of football. And I'm delighted we've got Senesi through the door. So we don't have to test Van de Ven and overplay him. There is backup there. And like you said, like a lot of things right now, the past is in our rearview mirror. This looks like a new start, a new Tottenham, so to speak, a new way of attacking the market, a new style of football to be enjoyed this season because obviously last season, De Zerbi didn't want to change too much. And there should be lots of positivity around the football club in the season coming up.
Yeah. And last but not least, he's talking about the business Spurs have done this summer. And he says it's really good that you can see the club has made some changes. They've brought in a really good manager, in my opinion, and some really good new signings. You can see the club has new ambition. It's something that's really important for the players to have been there for a long time. So it's nice to hear kind of players that have maybe been a bit disillusioned with life at Spurs to recognise the ambition that the club is showing right now.
Well, you're looking at it this time last year, maybe a little bit earlier. Romero came out with his massive statement about it's always the same with this football club, yada, 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 yada. And then a few weeks later, he's signing a brand new contract, isn't he?
Yeah.
Spurs have certainly, if you're a player or as a fan, when we look at this, it has been, as so far as transfer windows have gone for us, a night and day difference to what we usually expected to. What did these players got these players? Not, we stumbled, messed around, lost them. I think it's been great for incomings, very good so far for outgoings, money coming in. And this is what we want the football club to be doing. And for Spurs players to be seeing this, and we probably all know they've been told so many Jackanories. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is going to happen, and it doesn't. To see it actually happening, hopefully has got them feeling very optimistic.
Yeah, I know, because for too long, this club has just been all talk. Every summer you hear it saying, this is the year, we're going to be going on to the next level, we're going to be doing this, we're going to spend money, every penny goes back into the football club, blah, blah, blah. This year, finally, Spurs are putting their money where their mouth is. So, and I think the players, particularly the ones that have been there for a while, can maybe recognise the difference in the way that Spurs are attacking the transfer market. But those are the words from Mickey van de Ven. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.